We're roughly a month into a wild, wacky and ultimately entertaining NBA season. We've had the usual blend of fun, dominance at the top, high, Oklahoma City, a star-studded MVP race, an intriguing rookie class and plenty of overtime thrillers, breakout stars and where did you come from team performances. The Hawks, Raptors, and Suns seem to be prime candidates right now. We recently got word of this year's new All-Star format, yet another round of tweaks as the NBA at large tries to find a way to recapture some of the magic, and overall interest, of the past. This year will see the introduction of a Team USA vs. Team World format, but with a bit of a twist. There will be 3 teams of 8 players, 24 total, no positional limit, involved in a round-robin mini-tournament. Among the player pool, 12 must come from each conference. The teams will play each other once, Team A versus Team B, the winner facing Team C in the second game, then the loser of Team A versus Team B facing Team C in the third game, with each game consisting of a 12-minute period. The top 2 teams will play each other in the championship game. If the initial 3 games end with each team having a 1-1 record, the tiebreaker will be the overall point differential. I ultimately don't mind the attempt, though I have some history keeping in back of the roster questions in the event Adam Silver has to fudge things to make sure there are 8 international players on Team World. For the actual games, is a 12-minute stretch enough of a sweet spot for players to catch a rhythm and give an acceptable level of effort, the real issue with All-Star festivities the last few years, without risking injury? I guess we'll find out. With a decent sample of games in the books, I thought it'd be fun to take an early look at what the player pool could look like. A couple of notes before we get rollin' and scrollin'. While there isn't an official games played minimum for All-Star festivities, I personally use it as a consistent guardrail since I'm keeping tabs for award selections anyway. A 65 OF82 limit comes out to roughly 79% of games played. The league average for games played right now is about 13, meaning players would need to have appeared in at least 10 contests for me through November 16. That's the primary reason you won't see Anthony Edwards, 9 games, Bam Adebayo, 8, LaMelo Ball, 7, and others. After getting the 24, I tried my best to split them into Team East, Team West and Team World. There were ultimately more Team World representatives from the West than the East, so I did my best to do a little balancing. I can't wait to see how the NBA splits or drafts things once we get to February. Because it's me, there will be honorable mentions. And be aware that this is ultimately my abbreviated list. I don't hate your favorite team or your favorite player, non-legal issue division, I promise. Let's dig in, shall we? Eastern Conference Reps * denotes Team World member. Giannis Antetokounmpo, PF, Mill number 34. DTD, 2025-2026 season. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Mill 32.6 points, 64 fiftieths, 64 shooting splits, 11.3 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 0.9 steals, 1.1 blocks. There's been more on the plate of Giannis this season, which has led to career highs in points and assists, and, quietly, more per possession inconsistency on defense than you'd like. Still, this is the best player in the East, and the most doubled player, 26.2% of touches, in the league to this point, that can take over games on both ends when fully locked in. Scotty Barnes, PF, Tour number 4. 2025-2026 season. Scotty Barnes Tour 19.7 points, 54 41st, 81, 7.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 1.5 steals, 1.8 blocks. The Raptors are currently one of 4 teams with a top 10 ranking in offensive and defensive rating per cleaning the glass, with Barnes, sometimes literally, at the center of both. He's oscillated between playmaking hub, screener please make more contact, post threat and transition menace on offense. He's been tasked with a little bit of everything defensively, with his off-ball exploits popping at an all-defense level right now. Jaylen Brown, SF, Boss number 7. 2025-2026 season. Jaylen Brown bossed 27.4 points, 57 34 77ths, 5.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 0.8 steals. Brown has answered, how will he look without Jason Tatum? Questions with, narrowly, the most efficient season of his career, 58.7 true shooting to this point of the season. He's gotten buckets from just about everywhere, but it's worth noting he's been bonkers in the mid-range, 49% per cleaning the glass. Jalen Brunson, PG, NY number 11. 2025-2026 season. Jalen Brunson NYK 28 points, 52 37ths, 86 3.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 0.8 steals. Brunson has enjoyed the tweaks to the offense, more often getting to attack on the second side of actions and making quicker, still fruitful decisions because of it. For a quick example, he's having the best catch-and-shoot season of his career, draining 50% of his career-high 3-point-1 attempts from deep within that context. Cade Cunningham, PG, Det number 2. IR, 2025-2026 season. Cade Cunningham Det 27.5 points 50-29 80 5.4 rebounds, 9.9 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.8 blocks. Cunningham is at the forefront of the East leading Pistons, providing his usual blend of at-my-rhythm drives and playmaking chops. The efficiency is down, though he's dealt with some spacing-deprived defensive lineups and more defensive attention. He's seen a second defender on nearly 19% of his touches, the fifth highest mark in the league among 138 players to log at least 500 touches. Jalen Duren, C. Det number 0. 2025-2026 season. Jalen Duren Det 19.4 points 64.7% on 2S, 80.8% on FTs 12 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.1 steals, 1.2 blocks. Tag teaming with Cunningham to produce the most voluminous ball screen pairing in the league 209 picks, only duo over 200. Duren has been a legitimate two-way game changer. He's setting bone-crushing picks, cleaning the glass, providing real juice as a scheme-versatile defender and literally flashing mid-possession playmaking chops to keep the half-court offense moving. That brother's getting paid this summer, and rightfully so. Josh Giddey, PG, Kai number 3. 2025-2026 season. Josh Giddey * Kai 21.9 points 49/37, 77 9.9 rebounds, 9.7 assists, 1.1 steals. The feel-good shine for the Bulls has all but run out. After a 5-0 start, they've lost 6 of their last 7 games. If there's good news to be had, it's that Giddey's second-half surge from last season has carried over into this one. His intuitive and daring passing continues to juice Chicago's transition attack and overall productivity in the paint. His drives have become more physical, a welcome growth area for him. He is still hitting 3s and has gotten friskier with his off-the-dribble attempts. Jalen Johnson, SF, ATL number 1. 2025-2026 season. Jalen Johnson ATL 21.8 points 64-38 81st, 9.6 rebounds, 6.3 assists, 1.8 steals. Since Trae Young went down with a knee injury, Johnson has stepped up. 22.4 points 63-46 78, 10.9 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.9 steals and a 6-2 record in the games he's appeared in. In addition to remaining an elite transition scorer, Johnson has taken more ownership of the half-court offense as a ball screen initiator and occasional hub. He was playing at an all-star level last season before getting injured. Hopefully he gets to cash in this season. Tyrese Maxey, PG, Phi number 0. 2025-2026 season. Tyrese Maxey Phi 32 points 48, 42 88, 5.1 rebounds, 7.8 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.8 blocks. It may just be time to call this Maxey's team. Career highs across the board speak for themselves, but the command Maxey has displayed has popped off the screen all season long. His driving prowess and three-point shooting remain in abundance. The growth in playmaking and floor manipulation, and some of the shot hunting he's done in the midrange has made him incredibly difficult to deal with. Donovan Mitchell, SG, Clee number 45. 2025-2026 season. Donovan Mitchell Clee 30.4 points 62-38 83rds, 4.6 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 1.5 steals. It's been an uneven season for the Czechs Notes third-seed Cavaliers, but Mitchell has been phenomenal. Despite teams working hard to take away his paint touches, he's seeing help on nearly 83% of his drives, a top 10 mark among high-volume drivers this season and a major step up from last year's 75.2% clip. He's been windmill gathering his way into a bevy of touch shots and tough finishes at the rim. He remains an unconscious pull-up threat from beyond the arc, making him one of the most dynamic guards we have in the league. Norman Powell, SG, Mia number 24. 2025-2026 season. Norman Powell Mia 26.1 points 48-48 93rds, 4.1 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 steals. A pleasant surprise, Powell has built on his fringe all-star campaign from last season. He's been an absolute rocket for the Heat this year. His blistering start from beyond the arc, He's been the best three-point shooter in the league among 32 players to take at least 7 per game, and quick twitch drives have been necessary within Miami's open season offensive attack. Karl Anthony Towns. NY number 32. 2025-2026 season. Karl Anthony Towns NYK 21.8 points, 49/35, 90, 12.5 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 1 steals, 0.9 blocks. It took Towns a little bit to adjust to New York's offensive tweaks. It also took head coach Mike Brown some time to figure out the right blend and rhythm of Towns' touches. It's looked much better as of late. The Knicks are 6-1 over their last 7, with Towns averaging the 4th of December 24 on 61.1 true shooting. Honorable mentions. Franz Wagner ORL 23.1 points, 51-36 83, 6.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.1 steals. Paolo Banchero ORL 21.7 points, 53-25 77, 8.7 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.9 blocks. The Orlando contingent will be important to watch moving forward, especially since they should both technically have eligibility for Team World if it comes down to it. I've enjoyed some of the shot profile refinement read. So many more drives and free throws from Banchero. The early transition seals and general downhill juice from Wagner continue to excite me.